I heard my mom call me stupid in front of the whole family. They all raised their glasses and said, "Here's to my name is Sophia. I am 26 years old." I wasn't supposed to hear it, but I did. Here's to stupid relatives with money. My mother's voice sliced through the laughter like a window breaking. The people at the table cheered, their glasses clinking, and I sat there, her daughter, smiling politely while the word stupid burned inside me. That was the night I stopped being a part of the family and became a storm. It hadn't always been this way. I used to admire her. My mother with her sharp words. The perfect host. A woman who built her fortune on trickery and wine-soaked grins. I believed that if I worked hard and achieved enough, she would finally see me. But she only saw my bank account. I bought the mansion. I paid for the trips. I covered all of their emergencies. She always called it being generous. But behind my back, I was the idiot. That toast wasn't a mistake. It was the truth they had always believed. The clues were always there. My sister suddenly wearing brand new jewelry. My brother's business magically getting money. My parents' endless renovations on their home. Money pouring from me into their hands like water through a strainer. And when I wasn't in the room, the jokes were constant. She doesn't even ask questions. She just signs the checks. But that night, hearing them say it out loud and watching them laugh, was my moment of clarity. I didn't argue. I didn't shout. I began to plan because nothing tastes better than the quiet before the strike. A month later, they decided my country home, my safe place, the only thing I never let them touch, would be the perfect place for my sister's engagement party. The invitations were sent out. The date was set. They didn't even bother to ask. They just assumed. That was their mistake. First step, I called a locksmith. The locks were changed, the codes for the gate were erased, and every key was replaced. Second step, I called the local police station and told them about people trespassing, giving the property a quiet, legal layer of protection. Third step, I scheduled my own event, not inside the house but in the garden behind the gate. It was a charity dinner with my friends and business associates, the kind of people my family could only dream of impressing. 2 different worlds at one address, a crash waiting to happen. The night arrived. I got there early, walking barefoot across the marble floors they would never step on again. The light from candles lit up the tables set for people who truly mattered. Real, genuine laughter filled the rooms. And right on time, headlights cut through the driveway. Cars full of relatives, dressed up and arrogant, pulled up to the gates like they were kings returning home. But the gates didn't open. I watched from the balcony as they gathered outside, confusion turning into anger. Dresses dragged across the gravel, high heels sinking into the dirt. My mother was at the front, her face tense. My sister was holding onto her fiancé's arm, her eyes looking up at the windows for me like a beggar at a party. The guard stepped forward, calm but firm. "This is a private event. You are not on the guest list." Their voices rose in protest. My mother shouted my name, demanding to be let in. My father's face was red with anger. My sister begged about her special night, but every protest bounced off those locked gates like rocks against steel. And then there was silence, because they saw me standing above them, a glass of wine in my hand. Dressed in black like the person I had become, I raised my glass just as they had done weeks earlier and said the same words they once mocked me with. "Here's to stupid relatives with money." This time no one laughed. The realization hit them all at once. The party they thought was theirs was actually mine. The house they used as a playground was now a fortress against them. The idiot had outsmarted them in front of strangers who mattered more. I didn't need to scream. I didn't need to explain. I just turned my back and went inside. My guests toasted to charity, to progress, to futures built on respect instead of lies. Music filled the air, laughter flowed. And behind the locked gates, my family scattered into the night. They never bothered my house again. Do I feel bad about it? No. They wanted me to be small, a purse they could open whenever they wanted. They thought my silence meant I was stupid. But silence is where power waits. That night I stopped buying love. I started buying my freedom. And when I hear the echo of their laughter in my memories, I don't feel bad anymore because I know the sound of their silence that came after. And that silence is all mine. What lesson did you learn from this story? Please let me know in the comments.